Hey, friends. Today's episode is different. I'm not teaching, I'm not giving steps. I'm speaking to a version of me I almost lost. And maybe I'm speaking to you too. Welcome to the Business of Inner Peace. I'm your host, Erin Jean, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's pretend we're sitting in my living room enjoying a cup of coffee or tea and getting to know each other just a little better. That's what I love. I love getting to hear your story. I love feeling connected by the spirit of understanding that our stories bring. Today, I'm sharing some of my story, but I hope someday soon you'll be telling me yours. Listen, I know that you're feeling overwhelmed with life and nothing is exactly how you'd like it to be. Your marriage is not what you hoped for. Motherhood is harder than you imagined, and you've lost yourself somewhere in the mix of responsibilities. Well, if you're ready to bring some more peace and joy into your life, reconnect with God who made you, and start living a life you love, then grab your cup of coffee or tea, and let's dive into today's show. This is for the wife crying in the bathroom at night. Dear version of me that's miserably married, struggling each day to find joy outside of her children. When yet another conflict arises, when you're told something cutting by your husband yet again, when you feel that familiar surge rise up in you, the one that wants to protect your children from this way of thinking and being, when you're exhausted from trying to change him, from trying to explain why his words hurt, from trying to prove that your feelings are valid, when you start questioning yourself, when you're gaslit and you're just left confused, when you replay conversations in your head and you wonder if maybe you're too sensitive, too emotional, too negative, I need you to hear this. You're not crazy. You're not weak. You're not too much. Your sensitivity is not a flaw. It's a gift. It's discernment. It's the way your heart registers truth in a room. Your empathy is not a liability. It's the gift that lets you feel what others are trying to numb. You were never wrong for wanting kindness. You were never wrong for wanting safety. You were never wrong for believing words should build, not bruise. I know you're tired. I know you're sick of the cycle. I know how lonely it feels to be married and still feel alone. But you are not alone. God sees you in the quiet moments, in the bathroom tears, in the whispered prayers when you don't even know what to ask for anymore. He's not labeled you the way others have. He's not called you negative. He's not called you too sensitive. He calls you beloved. He calls you strong. He calls you truth seeker. And truth seekers often get labeled by people who aren't ready to face what's real. You do not have to rebuild everything overnight, and you do not have to fix him. You do not have to win every argument. You can rebuild yourself step by step, layer by layer, prayer by prayer. I know it feels hard, but you're trying to build a new house in the middle of a storm, and that takes time. As you reconnect with God who made you, as you anchor back into your identity in Christ, something is going to shift. You're going to begin to trust your voice again. You're going to begin to see clearly again. You're going to begin to stand without needing to fight. And from that place, everything will change. Maybe not instantly, maybe not dramatically, but deeply. Because you are stronger than you think. You are more beautiful than the labels you've absorbed. You are capable of creating a new foundation rooted in truth and peace and courage. Hold on. Just keep holding on. Keep turning toward God. Keep choosing integrity. Keep choosing growth. You are not wasting your life. You are being refined. And sometimes you're being refined in the fire. And it can feel painful. But one day, you're going to look back and realize that this season, as painful as it was, became the soil where your strength grew. I am sending you so much love from the version of you that made it through. My sweet friends, this is a letter I wrote today on Substack. If you're not familiar with the site, you can go check it out at substack.com. Feel free to search for me under Erin Jean. I'll also drop the link in the show notes. There's a lot of amazing creators that are sharing in this space. And I just want you to know that if you're listening and you see yourself in that version of me that I wrote the letter to, I want you to know you're not weak and you're not failing and you're not crazy for wanting peace. And you don't have to rebuild everything at once. I want to encourage you to just start with reconnecting to God and specifically to who God says you are. Go and do a search and find all of the messages about who God says you are in His Word. And then you speak that over yourself every single day. You start with telling the truth in your own heart. I want you to wake up every single morning, put it on a Post-it note where you can see it, and you speak it over yourself every day. Put your hands over your heart and you speak that truth to yourself every day. I speak to myself every day that I am beautiful and I'm wonderfully made and that God has plans for me and that His plans are to prosper me and His plans are to keep me from harm and that I have a hope and a future. And it matters. It matters telling that to myself every day. It calms my spirit. So if this episode felt at all like it was written about you, I want to invite you to reach out to me privately. You don't have to comment publicly. You can email me. My email is erinjeancoaching@gmail.com. You can message me on social media. I read every message. I read every email. I want you to know that you are not alone. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you're feeling blessed by the content here, the number one way you can show me is by leaving me a written review of the show. I'd be forever grateful. Knowing that you're out there listening helps me know that I'm truly living out God's purpose in my life. The other thing you can do is take a screenshot of this episode, share it with a friend, or better yet, tag me on your Instagram stories. Remember, you are seen, known, and loved. May God richly bless you today. All my love, Erin Jean.